Throughout the Bible, we are reminded of God's heart for the vulnerable, and particularly those without a family to love and protect them. Father to the fatherless, defender of widows, this is God, whose dwelling is holy. God places the lonely in families. As God's children adopted into his great family, we are called to care for the vulnerable as part of our worship, to defend those unable to defend themselves, and to seek justice on their behalf. Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless. Children in care are amongst the most vulnerable people in our society. They need advocates, they need champions, and they need families. And God calls us to respond. As St Catherine's Church, we are responding to that call, and I'm so pleased that Home for Good is one of our new mission partners. Home for Good make a difference by journeying with people, stepping up to care, enabling families to access the support they need to thrive, and influencing policy and practice in the UK and around the world. Home for Good also support families by focusing on inspiring and equipping churches like us to be supportive communities for families who care for vulnerable children, wrapping around them with prayer and practical support. So this really will be a partnership. They will support us in our worship as we part finance their work of finding families for the children taken into care. Home for Good operate both at a local level, in partnership with Leicester City Council, but also nationally. We're going to hear now about the impact coronavirus is having on their work.
Hi everybody, my name's Krish Kandaya and I'm the founding director of Home for Good. In this difficult time of the coronavirus pandemic, we're all being asked to stay home and stay safe. But my concern is for those vulnerable children for whom home is not a safe space. They face a double challenge right now. They're locked in under difficult circumstances and they're invisible. They're not being seen by social workers or teachers who would have normally noticed their needs. Normally 40,000 children will come into care in a year. That's due to neglect or abuse. But because of the pressure cooker and at-risk families, we're expecting many more children to come into care. But how will the system cope? We believe that it's absolutely vital that we find new fostering families to care for these children. In fact, Home for Good was founded 5 years ago because we believed that if one family per church stepped forward to foster or adopt, we would meet the entire need in the system right now. And so now, in this time of challenge and crisis, we believe we're needed more than ever. But it's a difficult time for charities. We can't do our normal fundraising. And so we're launching a special COVID campaign to ask you to help us find homes for these vulnerable children. We're trying to raise £25,000 to do 3 things. One is continue our vital services. Second, to find these new foster carers. And thirdly, to support carers who are already in place but are under special pressures because of lockdown. You might feel that locked into your house is not a lot you can do, but actually you can make a real difference. Please give to us, stand with us as we contend for these vulnerable children. Thank you very much.